Okay, hello and welcome back. I'm Tristana and we are playing Butterfly Soup 2. We are continuing with our stream from 2 weeks ago. I did not stream it last week because a new chapter of Silver Shields was up and I wanted to stream that ASAP. And it's not like Butterfly Soup 2 was going anywhere. Last Wednesday I played Cataclysm Classic, continuing working in Tenaris, not Gadget Zen like my stream title said. I completely blanked. Gadget Zen is in Tenaris, but it's not the zone name. This Wednesday we'll be continuing with The War Within in World of Warcraft retail. And then next Sunday, barring any issues, I should be continuing with Butterfly Soup 2. So we played Akarsha's part 2 weeks ago, and now we're moving on to Dia's part. And we're waiting, and after Dia, we still have Min and Noelle to get through. So it's basically a year after the first Butterfly Soup game. Dia and Min are dating, and Akarsha has developed a crush on Noelle, and there's no indication that Noelle might be interested in Akarsha. The way things are going, I think that is going to be the end game. I think it is going to be Akarsha and Noelle getting together. So this whole thing is them getting together, whereas the last game was Dia and Min getting together. Anyway, we won't find out unless I continue playing the game. So here we go. I'm going to keep going until we switch to a different character, which will be either Min or Noelle. Dia, Min, and June waited at the horseshoe for their parents to pick them up from school. Why does it always take Mom so long to get here? I'm so hungry I would even eat a pizza with pineapple. Oh, I don't think I could ever be that hungry. Mom should just let us walk home ourselves. It'd be way faster. Especially if she buys us Heelys. But if you did that, I'd have to wait for my mom alone. It'd be so boring. Oh, I thought of that already. We can chat on walkie-talkies while I'm rolling away on my Heelys. That sounds fun. This is before cell phones became ubiquitous, I believe. Because this was like early 2000s. The three of them peered down the horseshoe at the long line of cars, hoping to catch sight of their rides. Yes, I remember that. The pain in the butt that was getting picked up after school. So my mom is the type who would always be there early. And so, but rather than deal with the parking lot, she'd park on the street. So we just have to go out to the street to get in the car, and we didn't have to wait for my mom. She had to wait for us. When my twin got her license, she drove us to and from school, and one of our she was more my twin's friend than mine, but she rode with us to school. And then our senior year of high school, we actually had a shortened day, because if you took classes during the summer and passed them, then you didn't have to take the full 6 hours. So we would get done after 5th period, and we would leave before the rush after 6th period. My mom's car is tan colored. They should make cars in better colors like sky blue or pink. There are cars like that, but not a lot of them, I don't think. Yeah, I bet if they did, they'd sell a lot more. It's because adults are boring and have bad taste. Oh my gosh. When my parents decided to have the outside of the house redone, did they pick a new color for the house? No, they stuck with boring tan. I was like, really? They should sell cars with pictures of dolphins on them. Everyone would want one. That it's actually the insurance for that would be higher. Dia perks up as a beige Toyota drives into the horseshoe, but it's the wrong model. Did you hear about Barry Bonds? He's in trouble because he did steroids. Yeah, he was well known for being a power hitter, and so he would be walked intentionally a lot. Just so they wouldn't have to worry about him hitting a home run. What are steroids? They're drugs that make you really buff. It's cheating. I don't see why they don't let you use them. If they're so good, everyone should use steroids. There are bad side effects. I thought for a moment that I'd forgotten to turn on my mic. Baseball would be more fun if everyone was super strong and super fast. Sully Min jolts upright and shouts as a silver sedan pulls up to the curb. I see our car! Bye, Dia! Heat rushes to Dia's face as Min hugs her tightly before dashing off. Bye. Wait, that car has a side thingy under the door that ours doesn't have. Min flings the car's passenger seat door open, revealing a stranger inside. Who are you? Min hastily slams the car door shut and stomps back to Dia and June, who are both wheezing with laughter. That's like my worst nightmare about finding a car is thinking that the car is yours when it's really not. That was the wrong car. I told you. Dia, I think your car is over there though. Thanks. Bye for real this time. See you tomorrow. As Dia buckles up in her mom's sedan, she peers out the window, smiling a little when she sees men waving frantically at her outside. How was your day at school? Okay. We had to write about an invention we'd make in class today. What did you invent? A better bed that makes it so your stuffed animals can never accidentally roll off it. I thought of it because last night while I was sleeping, Horny fell on the floor. 1 second. Hi. Are you going to stay in or are you going to want to go back out right away? Yes, hi. Are you going to stay? What? What? The food isn't in here. Hi. Don't even. Patches is in my lap, and she's sniffing at the cord from my headphones. No, that's not a toy. You do not bite that. I'm waiting to see if she's going to settle down or decide she wants to leave. There's nothing over there for you. What? Do you want out? Hi. Okay, sagas of having the cat. The cat decides they want in, then decides they want out. Horny? Who's that? My cow plushie. He's one of Snakey's older brothers. He was all cold and alone for hours, and I didn't know. Maybe you should give Horny a different name, like Moo Moo. Why? It'll be hard for him to get used to it. Those are the most loved stuffed animals in the entire world. What else did you do at school? Tried to take an accelerated reader quiz on the boxcar children's book I read. But I accidentally clicked the wrong book, so it made me take the quiz of a book I never read before. Oops. Didn't let you quit out? What bad design. Yeah, my classmates all tried to help me, though. Hayden read the book a year ago, but he could barely remember anything. So even with everyone's help, I got a 2 out of 10. Oh no. Mr. Armstrong said he wouldn't count it for my grade, though. That's a relief. The boy waving at you earlier, was that Hayden? The classmate who helped you? You mean Min? She's not a boy. No, Patches. She's pawing at my door again. Huh? The one wearing a hoodie? Yeah, she's a girl. To Dee's surprise, her mom wrinkles her nose in disgust. That was a girl? She's a freak. Oh boy. You should make friends with more normal girls. Huh? That's not very nice. But it's true, she looks like a boy. Stay away from her or you'll catch it too. Oh my gosh. Catch what? It's not like she has a disease. You're too young to understand. Only freaks look like that. Oh, this is just a story, but unfortunately it is representative of some attitudes. It's bad to judge people by what they look like. You don't even know her. She's really nice to me. I don't need to know her. There's clearly something wrong with her. No, there isn't. There's something wrong with you for thinking like that. She's only acting nice because she has impure thoughts towards you. What's that supposed to mean? She's basically saying that Minla is a dyke and is going to convert Dia. Little does she know that Dia's already that way. It's not something that you convert someone to. Even if she has problems, I can tell her and she'll fix them. We're friends, so she'll listen to me. You can't change people, especially not weirdos like that. They're bad, they're bad. It's a waste of time to try. If you can't change people, then how can she change me into looking like a boy? You can't have it both ways. You're normal, so you have to stay away from weirdos like that. I don't care. She's my friend. No, you can't be friends with her anymore. If I see you talking to her again, you're in big trouble. 6 years later, after baseball practice. So this was when they were still kids. So that was when they were still kids. Still before Min moved away with her family. After baseball practice, this part is when I got into this game. At that time, I didn't know anything about butterfly soup. I was so mad at this part. I know, me too. It's just such a wrong attitude to have. Min pushes Tia back against the locker room wall, kissing her again and again. Wow, this is great. They break apart, both panting for air. Look at them blushing. A pleasant shiver runs down Dia's spine as Min grins sharply at her. Oh, you like this, don't you? Dia is too embarrassed to admit, so she just nods, her cheeks blazing. You don't need to be shy. It's just me. I feel like I absolutely can't say it aloud, though. Sorry. Min presses a kiss to her cheek and whispers in her ear, voice low. Dia can feel her smiling, her breath warm on her cheek. It's okay. You're so cute when you're like this. I almost can't stand it. It's so surreal dating a friend you've had a crush on forever. For real. Sometimes I get scared that us getting together was just a dream, and when I wake up, we'll just be friends again. But it's real. Somehow a miracle happened, and now I'm her girlfriend. Min holds Dia's hand as they wait for their rides home. No one knows about us except the baseball club, and maybe the workers at the dessert place we had our first date at. So we end up kissing the locker room a lot because the lockers block the view and you can hear if other people walk in. But it's still fun. I love spending time with Min. She can almost even make me forget I have a presentation tomorrow in biology. Assignments that make you talk in front of class should be outlawed. What's wrong? You look worried about something. You can tell? Of course I can. What kind of girlfriend would I be if I couldn't even tell if something was bothering you? You're like a mind reader. Psychic. Yes, they're so cute. Nah, I just know you. You got all tense and quiet. So what's up? If someone's bothering you, I'll kill them. No questions asked. I was just thinking back to the first part of the chapter, and I was like, and it didn't even register that Minseo was wearing the hoodie instead of the jacket, and that she had the drawing of the dagger on her arm. That didn't even register with me for some reason. You probably should at least ask 1 or 2 questions. Killing people is wrong. Okay, then if someone's bothering you, I'll be really mean to them. So who is it? It isn't anyone. It's just that my group presentation is tomorrow, in biology. Oh, that PowerPoint you've been working on with Akarsha and Noelle? Dia nods. We're supposed to elaborate on what we put on our slides, but I get so nervous in front of everyone that I blank out. What's there to be nervous about? You know all the stuff, don't you? Even if I know all the facts in my head, I can't improvise at all. It's hard to string words together on the spot. I always have to write out everything I'm going to say word for word beforehand and memorize it. Their conversations abruptly cut short when a beige sedan turns the corner into the school. My mom's here! She picked me up after the baseball club. I put in late enough for her to be done with work. I'll hide. Bye! Min roughly pulls Dia close for one last kiss before dashing out of sight. Dia tries to slow her shaky breathing to a normal pace. I'm calm. I need to look normal. Dia gets uncharacteristically clumsy after making out with Min, like a dog who's still woozy after surgery. She staggers over to her mom's car as it pulls up to the curb. I'm scared of how my mom will react if she finds out I'm talking to Min again, let alone that I'm dating her. So it's a secret for now. Dia reaches for the door handle, misses, and slams her head directly into the side of the car. What's the matter with you? Nothing. Dia hastily pulls the door open and gets into the passenger seat, trying to look natural. How was your day at school? Okay. On the radio, a woman sings to a catchy beat. I'm curious for you, caught my attention. I kissed a girl and I liked it. What the? Did you really just say that? The taste of her cherry chapstick. I kissed a girl just to try it. Is she allowed to say that on the radio? It doesn't break any laws. Dia shifts uncomfortably in her seat as her mom frowns at the lyrics. I kissed a girl? What kind of terrible song is this? Disgusted, Dia's mom changes the station. I knew she would. You know how in the movies superheroes have to hide their identity to their families? I'm doing that in real life, all the time. The other day, I saw Akarsha and her mom at Safeway. She was so outgoing. She even told me about the biology project you're working on together. I didn't even know you were doing a project until Akarsha said so. Why can't you be more like her? I like knowing things about you. If Akarsha was her daughter, she'd disown her for being bi. Not that she'd know that. Oh gosh. I never really know how to fill the silence when I'm with my mom. I don't know what I could talk about with her. She really loves me, but she comes from such a different time and culture that talking to her feels kind of unpredictable. Sometimes she'll surprise me by getting upset over something I didn't expect would cause problems at all. So my safest bet most of the time is just to stay quiet. It's annoying how she's raised me to be afraid of talking, yet expects me to magically turn out like a child who was raised normally. Oh gosh, I'm actually kind of the opposite with my family. For a long time, I did not talk much at school, and at the parent-teacher conferences, the teachers would be like, "Oh, Mary, she's so quiet and well-behaved," and my parents were like, "Are we talking about the same child?" Because I was a chatterbox at home. But the thing is, I was not comfortable at school. I was not comfortable around so many other people. At home, I knew everyone. Everyone was family, so I was comfortable talking at home. But I wasn't comfortable talking at school. I got better as I got older, but for a long time I just preferred to stay quiet and let everyone else talk. That night, Dia tosses and turns in bed, anxious about her presentation the next day. Wish I could time travel to this time tomorrow after the biology presentation is already over. I need to stop thinking about this. It's making my mind race. I can't relax enough to sleep. At school it's always quiet and very loud at home. Yeah, exactly. It has to do with comfort level, and I had to learn to speak up at school. It did help, at least in high school and middle school, that I started to make friends with the other students. So it became easier to speak up. But I just found it difficult to make friends. Dia checks her alarm clock. It's midnight already, and I need to wake up at 7 tomorrow. I need to fall asleep right now, or else I'll get less than 7 hours of sleep. Imagine being hugged by Min. Sometimes when I can't sleep, I fantasize that Min is hugging me and saying nice things to me. Usually this works. Dia hugs herself with one arm and squeezes her eyes shut. Min is holding me really close and telling me I'm going to fall asleep in her arms. Remember, someone was like, why are you so quiet? I forgot what I said, but I wanted to say, well, do you see my friends in this class? Try to guess why. And she's stroking my side with her hand. Hands. Primates have hands, too. And thumbs are opposable like panda thumbs. These similar features are called analogous structures. Shoot, I started thinking about the presentation again. Forget the presentation. Just think about Min. Min is holding me really tight and saying nice things to me. We're all alone together. It's just the two of us. Two birds and bats are two groups that all fight independently. Dia keeps trying to imagine Min comforting her without getting sidetracked, but after an hour she's more awake and frustrated than ever. So much anxious energy pent up in my body. I feel like running a marathon. Maybe if I release all that energy I can finally doze off. Dia frantically starts doing sit-ups in bed. After a few sets, she switches to doing jumping jacks in the middle of her room. Yeah, become tired. After several minutes of pressing to exercise, Dia lies back down in bed, her heart pounding. Phew, hopefully that didn't just make me even more awake. Dia wearily checks her clock again. It's 2 in the morning. I need to fall asleep right now so I can at least get 5 hours of sleep. Dia ends up lying awake for a few more hours. Just as the sun begins coming up, she loses consciousness from sheer exhaustion. After what feels like a few minutes of sleep, Dia's alarms go off. Dia hits all her alarms without even bothering to open her eyes. I don't feel rested at all. Barely got any sleep. Her morning routine includes lying in bed for 10 minutes thinking about how tired she is. Do it. No. I'm so anxious I feel like I'm gonna explode. I don't have biology till 5th period, so I'm going to be stewing in this dread for hours. 10 minutes pass like this. Finally, Dia drags herself out of bed and steels herself for the terrifying day ahead. I never had anxiety, but I'm not terrified of speaking in front of other people either. Akasha messaged me. That normally means she's on her way to my house. Check your computer. Hey, Dia. What is that? I googled Dia the hedgehog and that's what came up. Dia has gone offline. How can she act so normal on a day like this? I wish I was all outgoing and good at talking like her. She doesn't have the same problems you do, but she has problems. Everyone has problems. Dia goes outside. Yo, ready to blow everyone out of the water with our amazing group presentation? No. Dia nervously strides off, forcing Akasha to jog to keep up with her. Hey, hold your horses! slow down. Some of us have average length legs, you know? Miss Long Legs. Or should I say Daddy Long Legs? Don't call me that. You're so cold to me, bro. I'm dying here. Why would you die if you can't call me Daddy Long Legs, Rito? So dark and cloudy today. I think it's gonna rain. Hey, Dia. What do you think? I wish real life had captions like on TV. No clue what anyone's ever saying to me. What? What do you think happens? Oh wait, sorry, I forgot about your ear. Akarsha switches to Dia's other side so she can hear her over the sound of traffic. What do you think happens to a Teletubby when its screen gets destroyed? That's sweet that Akarsha remembered that and switched sides specifically so Dia could hear the entire question. Oh my gosh, why does Akarsha think of this shit? It'd be like punching it in the heart or something. Damn, that's dark. You asked. I don't know, screens are so fragile though. If it's that important, you'd think the Teletubbies would have evolved a ribcage over it or something to protect it. But they can't. They can't see what's on the screens if they were covered. LOL. Must be like why our eyes don't have bones over them even though they're delicate. We wouldn't be able to see. Whoa, you might be onto something. You should become a scientist. A Teletubby scientist. I doubt the world really needs Teletubby scientists. As Dia and Akarsha arrive at school, Dia feels something cold and wet drop onto her shoulder. It's raining! Gah! I'm heading inside. Akarsha scurries off as the rain picks up. Soon torrents of water are pelting the ground. Still need to get my things from my locker. Go to class. Use locker. Noelle is hunched over in front of their shared locker and frowning at its contents. Good morning. We need to remove our books from the locker or they'll get soaked in the rain. Oh no. Won't the roof overhang block it? No, look at it. The wind's blowing the rain inward. Yeah, we're even getting damp standing here right now. Dia takes a mini travel umbrella from her backpack and opens it. As Dia diligently holds it over the two of them, Noelle holds her daily water bottle out to her without looking. Also, can you open this water bottle? Take the water bottle. Dia holds the umbrella with one hand and grabs the water bottle with the other. Don't have enough hands to open it. Dia carefully balances the water on top of Noelle's head as she continues pulling her library books from their locker. Which her do you love so much, Akarsha or Dia? Dia grips the bottle's cap with her index finger and thumb while pressing the bottle down on Noelle's head with the rest of her hand. She manages to twist it open without spilling any of the water. I'm pretty proud of myself for pulling that off. She closes the cap and gives it back to Noelle as she slots the last of her novels into her book bag. Thank you. I finished rescuing all my water-sensitive items. It's your turn. Dia peers into her and Noelle's shared locker. Look at rosin. Look in Noelle's lunchbox. Get your school stuff. Dia slips her books and binders into her backpack. Take Valentine's Day card. It's a Valentine's Day card Min made for me this year. Every time I see it, I feel happy. Still haven't taken that home? I'm paranoid my parents will find it if I do. Min said a lot of stuff in it. Even if she were a boy, I don't think they'd be okay with it. I see. Guess I have to move it out of the locker or it'll get soaked and wrinkly, though. Dia carefully slips it into her binder's inside pocket. Speaking of Valentine's Day, how's Akarsha's investigation of her secret admirer going? Awful. I'm by that. I mean wonderful. She's utterly lost. Her list of suspects includes a random guy in her history class, a sophomore she's never uttered a word to before, and even the lunch lady who once gave her 2 slices of pizza that were stuck together instead of 1. Wow. We really can keep this up every Valentine's Day without her realizing it's us. Yes, as long as we don't accidentally let it slip at some point. I knew it was them. I knew it was a trick, a prank that Noelle was pulling on Akarsha. Just from that little bit of conversation Akarsha overheard. Look at Noelle's lunchbox. Out of curiosity, Dia checks what Noelle has for lunch today. Rice porridge. Noelle really likes this. I shouldn't eat it. I don't have much of an appetite today anyway. Deep in the lunchbox, there's also a Ziploc bag of neatly peeled apple slices. Thoughtful of your mom to do that. Do what? Peel the apple and slice it? Most people just eat them whole. I guess she has to show me she loves me somehow. Since she lacks the emotional maturity to communicate it through words, she's left to express it through actions. Funny, that sounds like someone else I know. Are you insinuating that I'm the same as her? Maybe. I wish I could deny it. Does your mother do the thing too, where after you have an argument, instead of apologizing, she just silently leaves you a plate of fruit to eat? I thought it was just my mom who did that. It must be an immigrant mother thing. Look at rosin. This is rosin for string instruments. The first time Noel showed it to me, I tried to eat it. Why do you have this anyway? You only play piano. It's the same kind Karsha uses. She plays the cello in her orchestra class. Whenever she drops and cracks the one she's using, she leaves it in her locker, and I secretly replace it with an identical copy. How do you get it in her locker? Figured out her locker combination. Can't she tell it's just new rosin? No, I always scratch up the top and make it look worn, so it looks identical to the one she dropped. This is the third one. By now, she's convinced her rosin has self-healing abilities. Noel goes to such lengths just to mess with the Karsha sometimes. I wonder. I don't really know what to make of it. And close locker door. I'm ready to head to class when you are. Wish I could just head home and go to bed. Go to class, use locker, go to class. We're finished with the locker. Dia loves the sound of rain when she's indoors, especially the drum of water on metal. Yep, we had a big storm last week. Yeah, it was most of the time when we have rain, it just comes straight down. We don't really have wind, but this time there was wind to go with it, so it's actually blowing the rain under the eaves and against the window. So if I'd had my window open, I would have gotten wet. Unfortunately, today she's so consumed with dread over her presentation that she's totally unable to enjoy it. Her next few hours pass in a sleep-deprived haze. Dia's stomach churns with dread as she finally walks into her biology class. It's here, the period of doom. I remember these tables. A lot of our science classrooms were designed like this, with the lab tables around the edge of the room, and then regular desks in the middle. When I took biology, it was my second year of high school, so sophomore year, and I've mentioned this before. I was taking gym, which was at the other end of the campus, and so I had to speed walk from gym to my biology class, and I was late a couple times because just couldn't get there in time, and I have short legs on top of that, and we couldn't run. It was not allowed. And so I ended up getting a detention because I had too many tardies. And I ended up having to write an essay explaining why I was in detention and what I would do to prevent it. And basically, I very passively aggressively wrote, I am short. I'm coming from gym to biology in 6 minutes passing period. I am walking as fast as I can without running on short legs. So that is why I have been late. So it's just bad. Just my schedule did not work out in my favor in terms of being short. So I just was like, it's not my fault. It's the fault of my schedule. And by that point in the semester, there's no point in trying to change it. But I did get better at getting to class on time. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that during Changeling demo. Yeah, I know I've talked about it before. To her surprise, she finds Min leaning against her desk, waiting for her. Why are you here? You're about to do your presentation, right? I thought I'd swing by and try to pump you up for it. Oh, thanks. Look at the blush. How do you feel? So nervous, my stomach hurts. I even forgot to eat my gummy vitamins this morning. Each day, Dia looks forward to eating 2 gummy vitamins. Min gives her a hand a reassuring squeeze. It'll be okay. You're gonna kill it. You're so cute. There's no way the teacher can give you a bad grade. The grade does not depend on how cute someone is, unfortunately. If the teacher really graded like that, he'd be in jail. Well, if I were in charge, I'd give you an A. Anything I can do to help? Can I have a hug and a kiss? Yeah, of course. Won't people see, though? It's an emergency. Min's face lights up and she eagerly envelops Dia in a tight, warm hug. Min pulls her in for a kiss, but Dia rears back when she smells cigarette smoke on her breath. Because Dia's so tall, when she doesn't want Min to kiss her, all she has to do is stand up straight. Yuck, were you smoking again? Huh? Yeah. You should stop. It's bad for you. Didn't you ever see a DARE presentation in elementary school? I remember those. I came to my class and I was so scared I pledged not to do drugs or peer pressure forever. You don't think it looks badass? No, dare to resist drugs and violence. How'd you even start doing it? Back in Florida, I mostly hung out with a group of guys who smoked. And we'd set things on fire and do other dangerous stuff. I'm really glad she's over here with me now. Those guys aren't here anymore, so I keep doing it. It was a pain to get the cigarettes in the first place since stores won't sell them to people under 18. So it feels like a waste not to use them. And I thought it'd make me look hot. You look hot when your hair's all messed up from kissing me. Not when your mouth tastes bad and I can't even kiss you. Jill scowls as she sits down at her desk. You're seriously still smoking? You need to get your life in order. I don't need to hear from you, too. I don't even do it that often. Aren't you going to be tardy for your class? The bell's going to ring in about a minute. Oh, shit. I better run. Go. I'll live. Probably. Tell me how it goes later. Min sprints off. Seconds later, the bell rings. Yeah, my dad smokes, and so he and Mom don't do those deep, drugging kisses that you see on TV. It's just those quick pecks, because Mom refuses to do more than that. Well, he smokes. But he's still smoking. You think she made it? I couldn't care less. And it's so cool, but I hope she stops smoking. They say people don't change, but I hope that's not true. Too sad if it is. As another group starts presenting at the front of the class, Dia wipes her clammy palms on her hoodie. We're gonna get called up any minute now. Dia, please try not to panic. When you're not speaking, you can hide behind me if you have to. Just don't bolt off. Okay. Can I hide behind you too? No. No fair. How come Dia gets to, but not me? There's no reason for you to. We'll look like we're doing those dances where everyone's standing behind one person and waving their arms. You better not do that horrendous British accent. Why not? It'll be a hit. More like a hit on our grade. Accents aren't a proper example of divergent evolution. But we need stuff to spice our presentation up. It's drier than the Sahara Desert. So, this is a biology project, not a circus performance. Before Noelle could press the car any further, the first group finishes their presentation to scattered applause. Alright, it's our turn. Come on, Dia, let's do this. Dia feels like she's having an out-of-body experience as she follows Noelle in a car show to the front of the class. As Noelle brings up their PowerPoint on the computer, Dia hides behind her and nervously looks out at the class sitting before them. I should have worn clothes that blended in the classroom better so no one can see me. Like beige-colored. I should have thought of that earlier. It's over. It's curtains for me. Hello, everyone. We've been tasked with reviewing the patterns of macroevolution. The audience begins to nod off as soon as Noelle flicks to a slide with an essay crammed onto it in 10-point font. Sounds like Noelle. Let's begin with the obvious question. What is macroevolution? To understand this, we must first consider, by the time Noelle is done journeying through her last tome of a slide, half the classroom is asleep. Akarsha shakes her head and sighs as she clicks through her first slide. It opens with an illustration of a finch's head. Alright, so divergent evolution. An explosion sound effect plays as 5 more finches with different beak shapes blast onto the screen, jolting their classmates back awake. I remember this vaguely. It's when populations from a common ancestor adapt to different pressures and becomes more different over time. Just like how your average New Yorker talks like this, different from over here. She just switched from a British accent to a New York one. Oh well, maybe the teacher will think it's funny. Noelle would do that. You can let this slide now, just hold it in until after the presentation's over. Actually, accents don't count as divergent evolution. New Yorkers aren't another species from us. They're not so different they can't produce fertile offspring with other humans. If they keep things up at this rate, that might change. Think about it. When would you reproduce with someone who talks like this? What? I don't see how that's relevant. Just admit your example is invalid already. Oh yeah? Akasha clicks the mouse. A stock photo of a gravestone appears on the slide with the pinwheel transition. What if that was your gravestone? What then? Did you add this to the PowerPoint just to use as a comeback? The class giggles as Akasha clowns through her slides, but Dia's stomach churns as they stare at the front of the room with renewed interest. I don't want to be here. I wish I could time travel to 30 minutes from now. And with that, I pass things over to my buddy Dia. But Dia doesn't move from her hiding spot behind Noelle. Noelle steps to the side, exposing her to the audience's view. Dia takes a deep, shaky breath before quickly rattling off the speech she's mentally rehearsed hundreds of times over the past 24 hours. Convergent evolution is the independent evolution of similar traits in species that are only distantly related. For example, giant pandas have 6 fingers and their thumbs are opposable like primates' thumbs. These similar features are called analogous structures. After barreling through the slide in a matter of seconds, Dia quickly flips to the next one, her hands shaking from nerves. Another example of convergent evolution are birds and bats. Birds and bats are 2 groups that evolved flight independently. She manages to zoom through the rest of the presentation in about a minute flat. After their classmates give them a tepid round of applause, Dia follows Noelle and Akasha back to her seat in a daze. Well, at least that's over with. It's over. I'm free. See, that wasn't so bad, was it? Actually, it was. I think I'll be quiet for the rest of the day to recover from that. That's fair. Poor Dia. After school. To Dia's relief, the weather clears up just in time for the baseball club meeting. Sakura goes up to bat and Dia readies herself to catch Min's next pitch. Besides Min's signature knuckler, the only pitch she knows is a fastball. It's pretty mediocre compared to her knuckleball, so she rarely uses it except during practice like this. Rin hurls one of those fastballs to Sakura. Sakura flinches as she gets drilled on the shoulder by the baseball. Ow! Shit. Oops. You okay over there? Yeah, I'm good. I don't think that broke anything. Walk it off. At least if this were a game, you'd get to head over to first base as a consolation prize. Wait, so getting hit is like a free pass to first base? It's not free. It hurts. Sakura walks off, rubbing her shoulder. Akasha eagerly takes her place at the plate. Min throws a pitch her way, but instead of swinging the bat, Akasha purposely leans in toward the ball. You can't do that. I'm technically not allowed to do that. Narrowly misses her and Dia manages to recover from her surprise in time to catch it. What's wrong with you? I'm becoming a hit-by-pitch specialist. If I can master getting beamed as much as possible, I'll guarantee I always make it to first base. Why would you do that instead of just hitting the ball? Dia's unamused face. I love it. Hitting the ball is so fun. Hit me. I know you wanna. Stop making this weird. Homophobic hate crime. What? The B in LGBT stands for baseball. Just saying. Yeah, well, I think the B is for bitch. Having lost her patience, Min beams Akasha on purpose. Owie! If you keep this up, the B in LGBT is gonna stand for broken bones. After practice, Dia slings a big equipment bag over each of her shoulders and hauls them to the locker room. Being so helpful. I hope someone notices how many bags I'm carrying. Wow, Dia, you're carrying 2 bags at once. OMG, LOL. Thank you for helping. Dia happily heads up the hill with a spring in her step. Say, Dia, do you watch The Bachelor? Bewildered Dia shakes her head. What is that? A show? I don't watch much TV except Sports, Animal Planet, and the Discovery Channel. That sounds about right for Dia. So when people talk about movies and shows, I usually don't know any of them. You should try it. We need more people to talk about it with. My mom and I started watching it this season and we're obsessed. I was never that into The Bachelor. It just seemed so stupid to me. And it was just not the sort of thing I enjoyed. What's it about? Basically, 30 women tried to date the same guy at the same time. Each week, the guy eliminates some of them until finally he proposes to the last one standing. My mom would definitely never watch that with me. She'd be so scandalized. Your mom likes watching shows like this? Yeah, she's the one who got into it first. She spread it to us like a virus, and now we're infected too. The way you put that makes it sound like a zombie apocalypse. I wish I had something like that with my parents. I feel like I have nothing in common with them. They don't try to get you into the things they like? Not really. For instance, I initially got into baseball because my dad is, well, alright, there's no nice way to put this. My dad's really weird. There definitely could have been a nicer way to put that. Whenever he drives, he makes us listen to radio broadcasts of Mariners games. The Mariners? You're not even from Seattle. Ichiro is an incredible player, though. But he's a weirdo. The guy only decided to stay in Seattle because his dog told him to. So, I would stay in Seattle if my dog told me to, too. He does grow on you. They're all such strange little guys. I think that's just your Stockholm Syndrome speaking. Who knows? Maybe it is. As for my mom, her thing is Madonna CDs. I could sing every word of True Blue since kindergarten. Isn't the first song about a teenage girl not wanting to get an abortion? I didn't say I understood every word. Maybe listening to all that Madonna did something to you as a little kid. Excuse me? What was that? I take it back! I take it back! I have no clue what kind of music my mom likes. All I know are which songs she hates on the radio. Yeah, my dad, he would make us listen to Dodger games when they're playing on the radio whenever we go somewhere. And he always watches the ball games on TV when he's home. And if the Dodgers aren't playing, it's usually some other baseball team. And if baseball isn't in season, then it's some other sports team. He loves watching sports. But my parents had season tickets to the Dodgers when my mom was pregnant with me and my twin. So my twin was begging my parents to take us to a baseball game. And my dad's like, you got to attend baseball games. And my twin's like, inside mom doesn't count. And she doesn't know what kind of music I like either, or my favorite movie, or favorite color, or anything like that. I've known her my whole life, and we still don't even know basic facts about each other. That's so sad. I want to have a good relationship with my parents, too. Dia listens to her teammates chat as she changes out of her baseball uniform. Yeah, don't look at my hairy legs. I haven't shaved for like 2 days. You shave that often? I just do it when it starts looking gnarly. Your hair's not all coarse and gross like mine. I have to do it every other day or I start looking like a gorilla. Girls are supposed to shave? Huh? I used to, but it would just bug me so much. And I was like, this is stupid. Why am I conforming to society's norms? So I just stopped shaving my legs, and I'm fine with that. And I don't care if people see that they're hairy. I've always wondered why no one's leg hair is really obvious except for mine. That must be the secret. Good thing I'm wearing long pants that cover up my legs. It's only self-conscious Dia inspects her arm hair. My arm hair is pretty obvious. My hair is just all really thick and dark. Yeah, I have dark hair and I'm very pale, so it shows up. There's even hair on my fingers. Is that normal? Yes, I have hair on my fingers too. Maybe everyone's secretly judging me when they see it. Oh, Dia. After the club meeting, Dia gets into her mom's car with renewed determination. How was your day at school? Okay. Did the presentation go well? Think so. Just glad it's over. When I grow up, I'm going to find a job where I never have to talk to people. Dia's mom smiles knowingly and shakes her head. Unfortunately, there isn't such a job. I'm the same way. I'm embarrassed of my accent, and it makes phone calls so scary. I'm not even going to try to do an accent. I have an idea of what kind of accent she would have, but I'm like, not even going to try. Talking to workers in stores makes me so nervous too. Me too. I wish I could write questions on a piece of paper and they have to write their answer back too. Yes, it'd be best if you could slip the paper through an opening in the wall so they don't even know what you look like. Wow, I'm enjoying talking to my mom. guess it's only natural that we have some things in common. I forget that sometimes. She used to do long-distance running in India, and she always encouraged me to play sports because it was good for my health. Maybe I can ask her about something else that's been bothering me. Emboldened by her success, Dia speaks up as they sit at a red light. Can you get razors next time you go shopping? Razors? What for? To shave. My leg hair is really long. Dia's heart sinks as her mom wrinkles her nose with distaste. Don't do it. Shaving will make the hair grow back thicker and darker. That doesn't sound true. Pretty sure that's a myth. No, it's true. Shaving is a terrible idea. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but my leg hair is dark anyway. I feel the pain about having hair on arm or leg. I also start overthinking too. Yeah, I've gotten to the point where I just don't care if people see or not. But Dee is still at that age where she's hyper aware of everyone around her. I think she's not going to get over this anxiety until she talks with a therapist or someone. But all the other girls at school are doing it. That's because it's Christian culture. Our family doesn't follow those rules. Why do you want to shave so bad anyway? You trying to show yourself off to boys? No. You're too young. Who is it for? Do you have a boyfriend? No. Are you sure? Look at me. Good thing I can actually answer this honestly. I'm not lying. I don't have a boyfriend. Her mom scrutinizes Dia's face for a moment before turning away, seemingly satisfied. I mean, it's the truth. She doesn't have a boyfriend. Good, because you need to focus on school. The right time to date is in college. I know. I mean, my twin did date a bit when we were in high school and in college, but I think she's just given up on dating. She's just not interested in it anymore. That's when you'll be able to find a nice boy who meets all the requirements. Requirements? What requirements? You know, just the regular ones. Someone who's Hindu like us, doesn't smoke, and has high income. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't even with this woman. Yeah, I definitely can't tell her about men. What if I want to date someone different, like a non-Indian person? No, a white person wouldn't understand our culture. Plus, whites do drugs and don't know how to save money. Just remember, no BMWs, no blacks, Muslims, or whites. Oh my lord. Oh. This is going to go so well. Oh. Are you okay? You okay now? I mean, it triggered you when you played it, but is it bothering you now, or should I keep going and get past it as quick as I can? What patches? I can hear you out there. That's so racist. I don't even want to know what she thinks of Korean people. What you want is unrealistic. You're good? Okay, I'm glad. How can you immigrate to a country where we're less than 1% of the population and expect me to marry the way you did in India? It's not unrealistic. My friend Himajis did her daughter did it. I can talk. You're not any less pretty or smart than she is. You can find a way too. It's not that easy. I can't control who I fall in love with. If I fall in love with someone who doesn't match your criteria, I'm not going to turn them away just for you. No, that's not right. If you marry a waste fellow, what will other people think? Yeah, I know. I am so mad at her for this, but unfortunately it is a valid point of view, and I appreciate the writer for doing this. I mean, all of their parents just drive me nuts for various reasons. Yeah, we've met all of their parents so far. We've met Noelle's and Min's. Oh my gosh, Min's parents are a trip. And Karsha's and now Dia's parents. And oh my gosh. These poor girls. Why does it matter what other people think? My opinion should be the most important one. No, this is bigger than just you. You have to consider how it affects everyone, like your parents. If you marry a white man, everyone will think you're a self-hating Indian and your parents didn't raise you with correct values. Oh, it already looks bad enough that we let you quit Carnatic music because you wanted to play baseball. So you're asking me to give up my whole life in exchange for 10 seconds of approval from some aunties? I had to marry within my parents' requirements too. Just because you put up with mistreatment from them doesn't mean I should put up with the same from you. Hold on. My cat's being annoying.
What? 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 What?
What? But yeah, good on Dia for standing up to her mom. Mistreatment? I turned out perfectly fine. How can it be mistreatment? I don't think you turned out fine at all. Your way of thinking about this, that's the way of thinking from Christian countries. Indians aren't like that. They're not so selfish. Well, this isn't India. I'm American. What, you think you're white? It doesn't matter where you are. You're still Indian. You have to honor your culture. Ow. Sorry. My cat clawed me jumping into my lap. Why do I have to follow the rules of a country I've never lived in before? Right? As long as you're under our roof, you will. This is an Indian household. Oh boy. Could it be that my mom thinks people don't change because she doesn't change? It's like her opinions are frozen in time from 20 years ago when she left India. They never shifted to match the world around her. They're just stuck. They spend the rest of the drive home in stony silence. The next day, man, I feel for Dia so much. I'm so glad though that she's standing up to her mom. Dia hits her alarms and flops back in bed. Her morning routine includes lying in bed for 10 minutes thinking about how tired she is. Do it. Suddenly her bedroom door squeaks open. I need to head out early today. Here, I'll put your lunch into your backpack. Dia's blood runs cold as her mom unzips her backpack. Ah! She'll see the Valentine's Day card. Dia bolts upright and snatches the backpack from her mom's grasp. I'll put it in myself. Why are you being so secretive? I can't even look into my own child's backpack anymore. I do like her outfit though. Why does she have to be such a bitch? I'm not a baby. I should get to have privacy too. Dia's mom sighs as Dia puts her bag lunch into her backpack. You know it's really hurtful that you hide everything from me. Because you're being a bitch. You're so quiet. I wish you would talk to me like my friends' kids talk to them. My friend's son even tells him about the girls he likes. He tells them everything. It makes me sad. I wish we had that kind of relationship. You think I wanted it to be like this? I didn't just decide not to talk to you all on my own. What are you going on about? How are you not able to put two and two together? I want to be able to talk to you too, but I don't feel like I can. Every time I open up to you, I regret it. You always have some bad reaction to something I say. Huh? Like what? Like the time I told you about my friend and you said I wasn't allowed to talk to her anymore. What are you talking about? That never happened. Yes, it did. After school when I was in 3rd grade. 3rd grade? You really go through life collecting pointless grudges from years ago? How can you use something I don't even remember to argue against me? How can two people perceive the same conversation so differently? To me, it was one of the worst memories of my life, one that still affects how I act around her every day. But to her, it was an uneventful car ride. I need to give a different example. You didn't only make mistakes in the past, you never changed. Like yesterday, I asked you to buy racers for me and you lectured me about dating. I'm your mom. I'm supposed to say no when you want something that's bad for you. If your own parents won't tell you when you're doing something wrong, who will? Of course you're supposed to stop me from doing really bad things, but I feel like you'd think your only job as a parent is to lecture me every chance you see. Sometimes I just want to have a normal, not negative conversation. What do you want me to do? Just keep my opinion to myself and agree with everything you say? If I were your friend, sure, I could do that. But that's not my role. I'm your mother. I'm supposed to help you. Tears well up in Dia's eyes from frustration. Oh, great. Not now. I hate how I can't argue with anyone without crying. I think you're helping me, but all you do is give me anxiety. I feel like every time I speak to you honestly, I'm punished for it. So me speaking my mind is punishing you? How can you not allow me to say what I think? How do you think that makes me feel? You're not allowing her to say what she thinks. Not without fighting back against her. Both of them freeze as the doorbell rings. It's Akarsha. Can't let her see me like this. Yo! Dia flings open the door and darts past Akarsha. Whoa! Homie, wait up! Dia ignores her and sprints down the sidewalk. The frenetic slap of flip-flops on concrete behind her gets louder and louder until suddenly a hand grabs her forearm. Gotcha! Dia reluctantly slows to a stop and lets Akarsha catch her breath. What's with you today, Usain Bolt? Got in a fight with my mom. Dia wipes her tear-streaked face with a sniffle. She gave up her whole life for me. I'm the person she loves the most in the world, but we can't even have a normal conversation without hurting each other. It's just sad. It takes a few seconds for Akarsha to recover enough to choke out a response. Bro, that sucks. Do your parents know you're bi? Sorta? We haven't even really had that conversation yet, but they definitely know I'm a little funky. How do you think they'll react when you tell them? I don't know, but they're pretty open-minded, so I think they'll get over it. Lucky. My parents will freak out if I come out. But I feel like a bad gay person for hiding it. Why? Instead of trying to educate them, I'm living a lie. Dude, it's not your job to educate your parents if it'll ruin your life. The gays aren't going to come arrest you. Reminded me that there are certain things I want to say in my family, but I can't. Oh, God. Yeah, I get it. My, sibling, had come out to me and my brother as non-binary, long ago. But they didn't say anything to our parents or my twin sister because, they weren't sure about their reaction. And they were still kind of figuring out if they really were non-binary. But they eventually did, and my parents and my sister were, I wouldn't say they were embraced it exactly, but they were very open-minded, and we knew that they weren't gonna turn my sibling down or anything. But they still occasionally called them by the wrong pronouns. But my sibling's okay with that. They don't care as long as they use the correct name, which they do. But using they, them instead of she, her wasn't a big issue. The issue was using the correct name. They never dead named her, them. It's not bad to worry about surviving first. Yeah, there are some situations where you have to hide it. And the other members of the community get that. They're not going to be mad at you for hiding your identity, especially considering that Dia is still a minor and still under her parents' control, and they could easily disown her and screw her over if she said anything. So it's best for Dia to just keep quiet until she can get out from her parents' control and be able to live her life on her own terms. Sooner or later we're gonna get caught though. We're so bad at keeping things secret. And if I want to live with Min someday, that's going to be impossible to hide. Especially since we're gonna move really far away. Huh? Where are you going? Don't know yet, but somewhere far from her parents so she doesn't have to see them unless she wants to. When we do that, my parents will notice I'm gone too. Yeah, but by then you'll be an adult. They won't be able to stop you from doing anything. But they'll still be really upset, and I don't want that either. They'll get over it eventually. Dealing with desi parents is like the 5 stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. You don't know that. My parents aren't like yours. Do your parents really love you? Yes. And it's still the same. It might take ages, but they'll get over it eventually. Like, in baseball speak, you're not trying to hit a home run off a single pitch. It's more like a 9-inning baseball game. You gotta be in it for the long haul and wear them down over time. Is that the best I can hope for, though? I wish I were closer to my mom. But it's hard to feel loved by someone who doesn't really know you. It's like a relationship was built on air. There's nothing there because she's always loved a version of me that doesn't exist. When they're waiting at a crosswalk, Dia takes a chance to dig a tissue out of her pocket and blow her nose. It's not even like my parents are as bad as Min's. They're not violent or abusive, and they try to support my interests. My mom was never trying to hurt me, she just doesn't know any better. In the grand scheme of things, I'm spoiled. I live in a nice house and my mom cooks me delicious food every day. But it still hurts to think about the kind of parents I could have had. Karsha smacks Dia on the back as they near the school. Come on, dude, cheer up. 10,000 gay people are born every second. In the time since we left your house, 3 million gay people drew their first breath. That can't be right. If people were born that fast, the population will grow by billions every month. Where'd you get those numbers from? I made them up for dramatic effect. Of course, Akarsha did. Hey, Dia, do you think it's possible for a baseball player to mold her hair into a huge bowl shape and use it to catch the ball? Akarsha. No. Dia shakes her head. Why not? What do you mean by why not? It looks so dumb. But it'd be convenient. How would they fit the batting helmet over it? They can mold their hair into the batting helmet shape when they're on offense. What kind of weirdo would do that? Akarsha grimaces as they reach the school campus. I had this huge cramp from chasing you earlier. I'm all sweaty now, too. Not my fault. Get in shape. I'm gonna go wash up and take a tinkle. Can you not say it like that? Not say it like what? The tinkle thing. Too descriptive. Unfortunately, Akarsha is already out of earshot and centers off without... Akarsha, I love you so much. She's so random and I love it. Yeah, Akarsha is really good for lifting the mood. Okay, go to class. Use the locker. She opens her locker. Min comes up behind her. Good morning. Min taught me that phrase a long time ago. It means hi in Korean. No, it doesn't. We know it doesn't. Maybe she's such that I still remember it. Dia laces their hands together. I like teaching each other all these phrases. It's like a secret code. Yeah, we can even say romantic stuff without other people knowing. Like spies. Min brings Dia's hand to her lips and presses a kiss to her knuckles. Min is so romantic. She's like a prince. Suddenly Dia realizes how close a view Min is getting of her hand. I have hair on my hands and fingers. She's going to see it. Dia frantically wrenches her hand out of Min's grip. Huh? What's wrong? I guess Min likes me so much nothing's bad gonna happen if I tell her. There's hair on my hands. I don't want you to see. Min looks utterly dumbfounded. What? They're hairy. My arms too. When I wear short sleeves, you can even see it from far away. Really? I never noticed. Huh? I thought Min of all people would have noticed. She spends so much time staring at me. I'll show you. My leg hair is even worse. Dia nervously rolls up one of her leggings to reveal her hairy legs. I mean, yeah, I see it now, but it's just hair. I'm glad you're not grossed out by it. But it still might make me feel better to shave it. I won't stop you, but really don't have to. You're drop dead gorgeous with or without it. Like, think about those poodles you like, the ones with curly hair. Carpet dogs. Yeah, whatever you want to call them. They have fur all over their legs, don't they? Doesn't it look so bad and weird when people shave their legs bare? Yeah. How's your leg hair any different? It's just a normal part of you. It doesn't make you any less cute. I guess it kind of makes sense. It makes total sense. It's the other way around that doesn't make sense. It really pisses me off when I notice all the crap the world tries to force on girls. Min gets really fired up when she talks about this stuff. Like this leg and armpit shaving shit and making them think they have to like pink and have long hair. If you have a brother like I do, the difference is really obvious. It's all fake. Min is so smart. Thanks. I feel a little better now. Good. If anyone makes fun of you for it, be really, really mean to them. No one's around right now. I really want to kiss her. Dia leans in and Min catches her lips in a fierce kiss. When they break apart, Min looks very proud of herself. You want to say anything different? That was a really nice kiss, but I have no idea what she's talking about. I got rid of the rest of my cigarettes. You threw them away? No way, I sold them to some junior for 15 bucks. Of course she did. That's not good. Well, at least it's not me smoking them anymore. That's true. Was it hard to quit? I mean, it's not like I was addicted, so it wasn't that bad. I was a little worried she wouldn't listen, but now that she did, I almost feel guilty. Thanks. But I feel a bit bad I made you change just for me. Huh? You didn't make me do anything. I decided to quit because I figured it'd make me happier if I got to kiss you more. Noelle kept sending me these annoying as fuck studies gloating that she was going to live longer than me, too. Honestly, it was worth it just to make her shut up about it. But still, if you weren't dating me, you wouldn't have quit. I guess not. But isn't that what people mean when they say a couple's good for each other? Like, they bring out the best in each other. No! Min really knows how to help Dia with her anxiety, and I love it. Oh, I guess people do say that too. I'm happy you quit. I think I'm just not used to being listened to like this. I mean, I'd be a pretty shitty girlfriend if I didn't care when something was bothering you. I know you do the same for me. That's true. Can't believe that worked. I'm glad I said something. But isn't it common sense that you can't change people? Huh? That sounds so cynical. But sometimes it does happen. Sometimes you want someone to change and they won't. I mean, I guess it's technically true. You can't change people. All you can do is tell them how they make you feel, and then it's up to them to change. Some people will make that leap for you, but others won't. Yeah. I think I just need to make my peace with that. I'll always make that leap for you. Even if it was from a car to a truck while they're still driving really fast like in the Matrix. That sounds scary. I hope that never happens. But I wouldn't get hurt at all, and I look really badass doing it. You already look badass doing normal stuff like pitching. Why this? Dia's heart rate quickens with excitement as Min pulls her into another kiss. Dia shudders as Min slips a hand up her shirt, sliding her warm palm across the small of her back. Is this okay? Min's hand is hot against her bare skin. Once you get over the initial shock of it, it feels nice. Want me to stop? Dia shakes her head, hiding her burning face in the crook of Min's neck. Min withdraws her hand, looking uncertain. I'm not going to do it unless you say you want me to. I just need to spit it out. It's not fair to always make her guess whether I'm having fun or not. Even if she's good at it, I need to help her out sometimes. It's just Min, nothing bad's gonna happen. Please don't stop. A wicked grin crosses Min's face, sending a rush of heat through Dia's body. Good, then I won't. May I please get my textbooks? You're blocking the locker. Sorry. That evening, Dia is doing her homework when her bedroom door opens. Her mom silently places a bowl of sliced mango on Dia's desk and leaves the room. Dia nibbles on the fruit and continues working on her assignment. That's what Dia and Noelle talked about before. I knew it was going to be Min. Sorry. Okay. 4th grade. Florida. Ooh. Okay. That's it for today. We will continue with Min's section next week. As far as I know, there aren't any other games that have chapters coming out. So, that's it for today. Thank you for coming, and if you're watching this on YouTube, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Wednesday, we are playing World of Warcraft Retail, The War Within, and then next Sunday, more Butterfly Soup 2. So we're halfway through the game at this point. And I am really enjoying it. Akarsha is just, she cracks me up and I love it. Some nice celebrity to balance up the shit that the girls are dealing with from their families. So take care, everyone. Have a good day. Stay warm if it's cold. Stay cool if it's hot. Make sure to drink water, eat food, and take care. Bye.